All right, so this next box got a lot of examples, so we'll probably break this up into a few different videos. But I want to start off with just some other functions and kind of actually play around with it for just a moment to help understand what's going on. So if we've got f of x is equal to 2x plus 1, and I ask you to find f of 2, you would do that by plugging 2 in for x. So we'd have f of 2 would be 2 times 2 plus 1. And f of 2 would give us 5. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1, 5. And you're very comfortable with doing that. If I asked you what g of 2 would be, you'd plug in 2 for g, and you'd get, or in for x into the g function, and you get 1/2 times 2 minus 5, which would be 1 minus 5, so negative 4 would be g of 2. And you guys are getting really, really good at this. That if I asked you what was the x value, what's the y value, you know, there's my x, here's my y value, and you can even find the coordinate from that. Now, what we're going to be doing is now playing around with these just a bit, that plugging in not just a number itself, but plugging in another function or combining some functions through some various operations. So if I asked you to do what's f of x plus g of x, and that would be written as f plus g of x, but this means this right here, the f of x plus g of x, you could do that. You'd get 2x plus 1 plus 1/2 x minus 5. All right, and then you would go through that. If I said to do minus, you would have minus here instead. And so adding and subtracting are going to be pretty similar to what you're already used to, but let's ask you to find f of, let's do like f of 2 plus g of 2. Okay, and so we would, into that f function, plug in 2. So again, just like we had a moment ago, f of 2 would be, actually I'm going to do this down here to the side. F of 2 would be equal to 2 times 2 plus 1. And now that's going to be added to 1/2 times 2 minus 5. Remember, this was 5, and I believe, let's see, that's 1 minus 5. So 1 minus 5 minus 4 gives us 1. 1's going to be our answer to what is f of x plus g of x. It's equal to 1. And again, another way to write that would be f plus g of x. Now that's just adding. Now hopefully you can see, and we'll go through some more, that as you start plugging in some composite functions where you're going to be actually putting one into the other, you get some more interesting things that are going to be happening. Actually, we'll do one more before we cut this video off. A composite function. So we've got f of, or we'll write it the f of, so circle, of g of x. Now this means f of x, but the x that we're plugging into it is g of x. And maybe I should go another color here. G of x, and you would work your way through and find out what your output would be. Now let's go ahead and plug in. We'll do 2 once again. If we had plugged in g of 2, well, I would go through and I'd find out what g of 2 is. So g of 2, again, is 1/2 times 2 minus 5. G of 2 is negative 4. Now we're going to plug in negative 4 into f of x, because now I found out what g of 2 is. It is negative 4. That's its output. So f of negative 4, because again, negative 4 is what g of 2 is. And f of negative 4, let's see. So that's going to be, let me clear this space up over here. that will give us 2 times -4 plus 1, which would be -8 plus 1, so -7. F of g of x is equal to -7. Now we kind of misspaced, but that is equal to -7. All right. Well, again, we'll continue getting some more examples here, and I think you guys will get a good grasp of this as we're going along. All right. Hope this is helping.